Something new, something new is brewing for you, and you need to be welcoming it with open arms, welcoming the discomfort, welcoming the uncertainties, welcoming the yearning for what was, embracing the changes, embracing the differences in your reactions, how you've softened yourself, how you protect yourself in ways that are gentle yet effective. Relaxing your nervous system and being in environments, intentionally placing yourself in situations and around people that serve you well and nurture your spirit. I'm proud of you for taking a leap of faith on yourself. In the ugly, in the beautiful, in the gray areas, within those highs and lows and moments of mundane contentment, feeling settled and secure, even when internally you feel shaken up. You don't allow it to sway your feet, for you remain rooted in this newness that you knew you were deserving of. You knew it was coming to you because it was always for you and always just waiting for your alignment, for you to follow your intuition with faith, for your prayers, for your honoring when you're not in need, but for just being and existing as a life on this Mother Earth, on this planet of God. Being proud of yourself for accepting failures as lessons for improvement, not resting until you know the deed is done, but not depriving yourself of your needs either. Take that as do what you can, do what your most high, most aligned self can do within a moment, within a day, within a week, within a month, within a year. Where can you be more effective with how you show up for yourself? How can your routines become rituals where what this new being is learning becomes muscle memory, so you're able to just build finally. You have set the foundation. You're testing it out, feeling for any instabilities, feeling for any cracks in the surface. And it's alright if you find any. You're just on the foundation right now. Just focus on the first floor. No walls. You're not boxed in. You just have acres of land. Acres of land that expand with so many natural resources that you align with foraging and creating with, you naturally have become able to cultivate with this environment that you are in now. You might not have a full understanding of what to build, but you have the knowledge of how to use your resources. You have the knowledge and the confidence to ask the questions. You have the benefit of a community of very influential people in your field that you have access to. Understand and know that you are an asset, a privilege to have. Walk into spaces, introduce yourself, and also remain silent in spaces because you know that what is yours and who is meant to speak to you will speak to you. And if anxiety presents itself, it may be a moment to pause and not seek out, but to be sought after. Or maybe it's a moment of acknowledging if you need to expand your skill set before approaching this person in a certain way, but you can at least gather their contact information. But yes, understanding you are still an asset, that you are meant to be in these spaces with these people. You are meant to be seen, felt, heard, understood, acknowledged, and embraced. Embraced for opportunity, embraced for leadership, embraced as a follower. To be able to be embraced by a leader is also a privilege. To be a mentee, to be an intern to shadow is alright. To learn from, not to mock, not to replicate, but for inspiration and innovation. You are innovative, you are creative, you are a genius. And you may not use those big words to describe yourself. However, you know that you hear them, even if it's just from a mother figure or a friend that's jokingly wowed by a witty joke that you make, or your thoughtfulness with a gift, even if it's as simple as a book or a handwritten poem or a piece of handmade jewelry, you going out the way to cook or bake something. People are wowed by the skills that you deem simple, the knowledge that you seem common sense or basic. You really have doubted how much you expand and elevate people as they are in your presence, as they listen, as they hear. People want to hear more. People desire for you to expand and you've been holding back that expansion. Your throat chakra has been blocked. You might be a talker. You might yap and yap and yap. However, you've suppressed what you genuinely wanted to say for the sake of protecting other people's feelings and also protecting what you deemed your safe space with safe people, and you did not want to disturb the peace, even if some of the peace was a mirage, an illusion from dehydrated love, from a lack of precipitation and affection, and sometimes not even a lack of affection, but feeling like the affection must be earned by showing up in a certain way. And it might not be from being physically harmed. It could be. It could just be from societal pressures, family pressure, wanting to make sure that you are the best version of yourself for other people, and you might have lost what that best version of yourself feels like to you. But that was then. Now you have stepped into a new environment that your soul knew was for you. You just walked a different path for a little bit. Now that you're back on the original divine ordained path for your soul, it's uncomfortable. It's like how normally people, we breathe incorrectly. We're not breathing from our diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. However, when we are children, when we're babies, when we are in the womb, we are naturally breathing out of our diaphragms. And when we are born, it continues. However, breathing from the shoulders, creating stress and tension from anxiety, guilt. The breath shifts. The breath creates stress. It disturbs the nervous system, and you have to train yourself and reacclimate to breathing from the diaphragm, which was the way we were born breathing. We were born breathing the correct way. We were born breathing the blessed, most powerful way to keep the nervous system and the soul at equilibrium. However, because our environment, mother and father, school system, society, were breathing from the shoulders incorrectly. You're still getting oxygen in and out, so no hate to that. Get that oxygen in. Get the carbon dioxide out. I have an itch. However, you have to take control chakra. You have to take control of your life. Move in a good balance between feminine and masculine energy, male or female, non-binary, all included. You must have that balance between emotion, connection with the spirit, meditation, softness, and action. Action is necessary. Aligning with those divine messages, aligning with the intuition, knowing that if God tells you to go right, no matter how easy left looks like going, if you go left, things will not go right for you, specifically because you did not choose the ordained direction that you were given the download, the knowledge, the wisdom to do. You knew what to do. You just decided otherwise for the sake of ease. But not everything that glistens is gold. All things are transactional. Know that the energy that you pour into this world will be poured back into you in one way or another. You will reap what you sow. Okay. I guess that's the message. I'm theGoddessie. Like, share, subscribe.